Employee engagement. What does that mean exactly? And more importantly, why is it so critical? According to Kevin Cruz of Forbes magazine, employee engagement is the emotional commitment the employee makes to the organization and its goals. As Cruz points out, it's not about being a happy or even satisfied employee. It's about being an engaged employee, one who cares about their work and their company. So how do organizations ensure they have engaged employees? Well, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a process and a commitment that takes time and effort to build, and it all starts with an effective onboarding program. Onboarding is described as the process of integrating and acculturating new employees into the organization and providing them with the tools, resources, and knowledge to become successful and productive. An effective onboarding program can turn that new hire into a loyal and committed employee. Research shows that employees who receive proper orientation are 69% more likely to remain with the company for up to 3 years, and successful programs have increased their performance by more than 10%. As you know, the field of human resources has evolved greatly over the years. What was once a highly administrative role, the value of strategic human resource management is now simply good for business. Research shows that firms who take a strategic stance on human resource management see significant economic returns. Research by scholars such as Mark Huslett show that just even one standard deviation improvement in HR practice can yield an annual increase of between $15,000 and $60,000 per employee. A strong onboarding program is also good for business because every time a company hires, it impacts their bottom line. According to GetHired.com, the costs are typically around $19,000, but they can be as high as 1.5 times the employee's annual salary when you take into account the resources needed to advertise for the job, screen and shortlist resumes, interview candidates, and reference check, not to mention the costs associated with training and getting that new employee to a level where they're making a productive contribution to the organization. So now that we know how costly it is to hire an employee, we need to make sure that they stay. Statistics show that 30% of employees leave within the first 90 days of employment. And according to Forbes.com, the main reasons are the day-to-day role wasn't what they were expecting, a bad experience has driven them away, or the company culture was a problem. So what does an effective onboarding program look like? Well, it starts at the top. The most effective programs involve senior leadership who outline the organization's corporate strategy, its mission, and its values. It shows that senior leaders are committed to fostering a strong corporate culture where employees are valued members of the organization, promoting employee trust, commitment, and engagement. This type of onboarding allows employees to understand the business and align themselves with the organization's core values, understand its strategy, and connect to its culture. When employees have bought into an organization's mission and values, emotional investment is enhanced, and employees are more likely to make a stronger contribution to the organization. Onboarding is a process, and it doesn't end after the orientation day. So let's take a look at some of the other key elements that make for an effective onboarding. There are many different tools available to organizations to help them successfully welcome new employees and improve their overall onboarding experience, from checklists to free online tools to specialized and integrated tools and chat boxes. There's something for all organizations. Onboarding also includes training to provide new employees with the skills, knowledge, and abilities so that they are successful in their role. But training isn't just about teaching them how to do their job. It's much more than that. It's about connecting with new employees to ensure that they feel like they're part of the team. There are several ways to improve the overall onboard training process, and by adopting a strategic and consistent training process, it'll result in increases in employee engagement, retention, and productivity. It's a win-win for the employer and the employee. Feedback is a critical element to success. Psychologists have confirmed that for feedback to be valuable, the employee must have a trusting relationship with the employer. Employees are far more likely to accept constructive criticism when it's coming from someone they've already built a relationship with. Feedback not only demonstrates what the expectations are, but it also allows for the employee to take pride in a job well done. But feedback is a two-way street, and employees need to feel that there is a safe and encouraging environment for them to express any questions or concerns they may have. To summarize, adopting a strategic human resource management approach to employee engagement is good for business, and it all starts with an effective onboarding program. That program requires senior leadership involvement, resources invested in the tools and training, and a constructive employee feedback system.